key player in all of this, the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson. Thank you so much for coming in. It's nice to see you in person. You have said, quote, there is literally nothing to negotiate. There's nothing I can do. You are the Speaker of the House. There is, in fact, a lot you can do.
Well, there's not, actually. Let me explain that. As you noted, they're voting right now on the Senate floor. We'll see how that turns out. Last night, two Democrats and an independent flipped and came along with the Republicans. But it looks like, and what we expect, is that most of the Democrats in the Senate, again, will reject the clean CR that we sent over. It's clean. What that means is it's nonpartisan. We didn't add any Republican priorities or poison pills or gimmicks or tricks into that at all. It's 24 pages. I mean, everybody can read it for themselves. It simply continues the Biden-era spending levels that Chuck Schumer and the Democrats have already supported in the past. They just did it most recently in March. And they gave long speeches about how it was so critically important that we not shut the government down. So there's nothing for me to give. There's nothing to negotiate. I don't have any Republican priorities to put on the table because we sent over a clean CR. And that's why none of this makes sense.
Okay, so the Democrats argue that it's priorities, yes, that are maybe their policy priorities, but they also should be the priorities for people in your district and in Republican districts across the country, the biggest of which they argue is extending the subsidies for people who can't afford Obamacare to be able to afford Obamacare. I understand that they don't expire until the end of the calendar year.
Right.
The argument that they make is that insurance companies start to make a plan like soon. And so by the time they make that plan, the subsidies will expire. Isn't there something to that?
No, that's a December policy issue. It's going to take
But
many,
insurance
many
companies
months
have to make their decisions well before December.
The benefits do not expire until December 31, and insurance companies can make different decisions. Okay, there's plenty of time on the clock. That's an eternity, as you know, in legislative terms, to have 3 months ahead of us to do that. The reason we put a simple 7-week extension of government funding is to allow for all that debate. The month of October is going to be very important for us to determine all these things and to have a bipartisan discussion and deliberation over that. But we have to have the lights on in the building to do it. The first and most important function of Congress is to keep the government in operation. Every Democrat who's voting no today has said that many times. We're playing the highlight reel. Just listen to what Chuck Schumer himself has said until today.
I just want to be clear. You are saying, hard line, red line, you will not negotiate on anything until the government is reopened.
Chuck Schumer was in the Oval Office with me, 48 hours ago. We were there. The president, as a strong leader, he brought all of us in, all 4 leaders, Thune and Schumer and myself and Hakeem Jeffries. And the president said, make your case. What is it you want? And Chuck Schumer repeated in that meeting what he put on paper. The counter proposal that he filed, everyone can go read it for themselves, would add $1.5 trillion in new spending on a 7-week stopgap measure. We're not doing that. He wants to give health care to illegal aliens again. We're not doing that. He wanted to claw back $50 billion that our Republican Big Beautiful Bill put in to prop up rural hospitals. Now, people say, why would he do that? I thought he was for health care. Well, a lot of those rural hospitals, most of them are in red states. So I don't know. I don't know what his motivation is, but we can't do it.
You had a very spirited discussion with my friend and colleague Caitlin Collins about illegal immigrants getting health care. I don't want to repeat that. If you want to see it, you can look on YouTube. I just want to say, for the record, that right now the law of the land is explicitly that illegal immigrants do not get health care.
That's correct, because we added that in the law. It got signed into law July 4th. That was the Republicans' Big Beautiful Bill. Chuck Schumer's proposal is to repeal that.
Okay,
Go look at page 57 of the bill that he filed.
No, I mean, I have your people printed something out for me. So let's just kind of finish this, and then I want to ask you about other things.
Sure.
If Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries came to you and said, what you interpret as giving illegal immigrants health care is off the table, would you reopen the government?
Well, no, because he's put all sorts of other things.
Okay, so let's talk about the other things. Let's talk about the other things. So you mentioned $1.5 trillion. $1 trillion of that is to reverse Medicaid cuts that you put in the Big Beautiful Bill.
Medicaid reforms, not cuts.
Well,
now don't take my word for it.
It's less spending.
Don't take my word for it.
You can call it what you want.
The CBO, Congressional Budget Office, which everybody cites and CNN does all the time as the neutral arbiter of all these things, they came out with a report on August 25th, just several weeks back, and they said, you know what happened in that Big Beautiful Bill, this is what we project. It's going to save Medicaid. It's going to strengthen Medicaid. Why? Because they CBO, not Republicans, CBO said 2.3 million improper enrollments are involved in Medicaid right now. What is that? Illegal aliens, young able-bodied men without dependents who are riding the wagon and should be working instead. Our legislation strengthens Medicaid because we kick those people off. They were not entitled. Medicaid is intended for U.S. citizens who are young, pregnant women, disabled, or elderly, not these other categories.
But once this goes into effect, which is after the midterms, people will feel cuts who are not necessarily...
Yeah, those young able-bodied men who are sitting at home playing video games? That's a big portion of it.
Not just them.
Look at the studies. Look at the studies.
But when you see the $1 trillion that they do want to put back into this, you don't think that what they are doing is politically palpable for even a lot of people in your district?
There's one reason and one reason alone that they're making this argument.
They will see cuts to Medicaid.
Here's the motivation. Let's just cut to the chase. Chuck Schumer is doing this. The reason he switched his position that he's had for 30 years right now and doing the exact opposite that he said in March of this year, as recently as March, is because he is in political jeopardy. He's afraid he's going to get a challenge from his left flank and AOC or someone else will run against him for his Senate seat. So Chuck Schumer has to put up a fight and pretend that he's fighting the president, fighting Republicans.
I've been in this town maybe even longer than you, and so I've seen politics played on all kinds of things.
That's fair, but I'm telling you what's happening right now.
I want to talk about something you said this morning about Chuck Schumer. You said Schumer has now handed the keys to the kingdom to the executive branch, and that a shutdown can provide an opportunity to, quote, downsize the government. I just want to be clear. Do you think that the OMB, the executive branch, should use this shutdown as an excuse to permanently fire federal workers?
Well, I can tell you right now, the president has been a benevolent president. He is mitigating the harm right now. OMB has not come out of the blocks and fired a bunch of people. That's not what's happening.
But do you think they should?
Well, it provides an opportunity. Chuck Schumer has provided the Trump White House with an opportunity to downsize the government on priorities and policies and personnel that they deem to be non-essential. Now, Chuck Schumer has very different priorities about the federal government than
What's your priority?
Republicans.
You're the Speaker of the House. You can
I
say
certainly want to downsize the size and scope of the federal government.
So you think that the people who are maybe furloughed right now or even, working without pay should be on the chopping block for permanent dismissal?
I wouldn't say that, because the people that are furloughed right now are hardworking American federal workers.
Who should be fired during the shutdown?
I don't know. You'd have to show me a proposal of what is being presented.
I don't have a proposal.
I don't have it either, but I have a conference call with Russ Vought at OMB in about 2 hours, and we're going to ask him about the details of that. But I'll tell you right now.
So this is happening.
Well, I don't know. I'm going to find out what his plans are. But I will tell you this. Right now, who's being harmed are women, infants, and children. Their nutrition program is stalled. Veterans who are not getting their services right now. Suicide prevention, that's a day-to-day thing.
No question.
They're unfunded.
I mean, it's horrible.
FEMA's not funded right now for insurance
That
policies.
is temporary. So you're going to talk to Russ Vought, and obviously we're going to ask what happens after that. But last week, he sent a memo directing agencies to start drafting plans
to
do just this.
So when you're the director...
But you have a point of view. Can you, on that phone call, say with him, please don't do this? This is not appropriate?
No, because, look, if Russ Vought has to make tough decisions. Whoever is the director of the Office of Management and Budget in a scenario like this has to make tough choices. They have to decide. They're tasked under law. They must decide what are essential services and what are not. What are policies and proposals that are priorities.
It's usually temporary under a shutdown. We're talking about permanently firing people.
Well, I'm not sure that hasn't happened before, but if the authority is there and he sees a program that is wasting taxpayer dollars, you and I could both agree the government doesn't do everything in the most efficient manner.
Constitutionally, that's your job. Article 1, that is your job.
It is until Chuck Schumer decides to hand the keys to the president, which is literally what he's doing. If he makes the decision to shut the federal government down, he's shutting down the legislative branch, and he is giving the authority to the executive. That's how the system works, and he's made that decision. So is it foolhardy for him to do so? Of course it is. Could it backfire fantastically? Yes.
I'm a little surprised that you are okay with that.
No, it's part of our system, Dan. It's part of our constitutional system. The president and his team are tasked with
There's nothing in the Constitution that says if there's a shutdown.
No, it's not. No, because the founders couldn't have foreseen such a foolish thing that's happening right now. They would understand, and they implied what Congress's first role is to make sure the government operates, right? But in a scenario like this, if the Congress's hands are tied by the minority party who will not do the right thing, then the power shifts to the executive. That's not Mike Johnson doing that. That's Chuck Schumer doing that.
I want to shift gears just a little bit and ask you about something that the president said when he delivered a very lengthy speech speaking to the nation's top military leaders. Let's listen.
It's really a very important mission. And I told Pete, we should use some of these dangerous cities as training grounds for our military, National Guard, but military.
You're comfortable, or are you comfortable, is the question, with the U.S. military using American cities as, quote, training grounds?
For what? I don't know what's being implied by that. I can tell you what's in the president's mind and heart because I talk to him all the time, daily about this. He's very proud of the fact that we have brought crime down in Washington, D.C. You could go from your car to the studio today without fear of somebody jumping you and stealing your purse.
Training grounds suggest, hearing from the commander-in-chief speaking to the highest-ranking military leaders on the planet, that these troops are going to be in U.S. cities and use their time in U.S. cities to do military training.
Well, sure. I think that's been very beneficial for the National Guard.
So it's okay?
Have you seen the National Guard troops walking these streets? They're keeping the city safe, and the people of D.C. greatly appreciate it.
And that's an appropriate
from the
way
Democrat
for them
mayor
to
on
train
down.
In American cities,
It's a
on
win-win
American soil?
scenario because the National Guardsmen are proud of that duty that they performed, and they brought crime down dramatically in D.C., and all of us are safe. Our staffs are safe. They're not walking in fear right now. I think we should do that in every major blue city run by Democrats who aren't serious about crime.
It just seems very antithetical to sort of the notion of
law
America.
and order?
Well, no, I'm not talking about law and order.
No, because that's what they're restoring.
No, I'm talking about
the
the U.S. military, how they're used.
If a city is out of control and it's beyond the scope of what the municipal police department can handle, which is what happened in D.C. by the testimony of the Democrat mayor, not Republicans, she needed help. She welcomed the help. And you know what? It brought the crime rate down, and we have peace in the city. This is the greatest nation in the history of the world. We have the most beautiful capital in the history of the world. It should be safe for visitors and families and school children who come here. The National Guard troops heroically have provided that. I think that's a great thing, and the president does as well, and I think the American people do as well.
Just real quick, you're talking about one side of the coin. I'm talking about another, which is using this deployment on American soil in order to train U.S. military. I just want to...
I don't understand why that is such an offensive notion. Of course, National Guardsmen train once a month unless they're actively deployed for a mission. That's a good thing. They're working together. I've talked with a lot of these guardsmen. They're having a great time. They're working together, serving together. They're proud of their country, proud of the nation's capital. Everybody should applaud that. I don't understand what the controversy is about that.
You're going to bring the House back anytime soon?
House is coming back next week. Yom Kippur is tomorrow, so there's no votes. Friday would be the first opportunity. The Senate will do the CR again. They'll keep voting, Leader Thune said. And the House will be back next week. But we hope that we'll have something to do. I surely pray that this shutdown doesn't last more than a few days and we can all get back to work.
Yeah, well, we all do. Thank you. Thank you for being here, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you.
She's very evil. She keep trying to push the narrative. Now, let's see. Not finished yet. Let's see how Newsmax. Let's see how Speaker Johnson respond in Newsmax.
By the way, as much as the nation may be unnerved by the shutdown, the stock market is not particularly unnerved. It just closed up. And a short time ago, I spoke with Speaker of the House, Louisiana Congressman Mike Johnson. Mr. Speaker, nice to see you, sir.
Hey, Greta. Great to see you as always.
Okay. Mr. Speaker, the Republicans say that the whole issue here is that the Democrats are trying to get illegal health care benefits for immigrants who are not here in this country legally. And they say it's not true. So can you tell me, are the Democrats trying to get health care benefits for people here illegally or not?
They absolutely are, and you don't have to take our word for it. You can look at what they filed in the record. See, we passed a clean, nonpartisan continuing resolution, a simple stopgap funding measure to keep the government open. No partisan pills or priorities in that, just a simple, nonpartisan matter that Chuck Schumer already voted for in March. We put it on the floor again, we passed it through the House, and we sent it to the Senate. Now, instead of just doing the reasonable thing to keep the government open for the people, Chuck Schumer sent a counter-proposal. We had a clean CR. He sent us a dirty CR, Greta. That's one way to say it. Now, part of that CR, just one part of the crazy things in there, is that he wants to add $1.5 trillion in new spending. And part of that is to restore health care to illegal aliens. Now, why do we say that? Because in the bill, look, anybody can Google this. Pull up his bill that he filed. It's in writing, page 57, section 2141. They want to repeal the health care provisions of the One Big Beautiful Bill that we passed and got signed into law on July 4th. What we did in that bill was a lot of great things for the country, but very importantly, we prevented illegal aliens, these tens of millions of people that President Biden allowed into the country with a wide open border in 4 years. We made sure that they cannot get taxpayer-funded benefits, including health care. That comports with federal law. We cleaned it up. We made sure it happened. And this is important too, Greta. The Congressional Budget Office, the CBO, which is the nonpartisan arbiter of everything's here on the Hill, they came out with a letter, a report on August 25th, a few weeks ago. And they said that bill, the One Big Beautiful Bill, did exactly what we said. It is going to bring down the cost of health care. Why? Because we're kicking ineligible recipients off of the program. Medicaid is intended for young pregnant women, the elderly, and the disabled that are U.S. citizens and nobody else. And so we're going to save $185 billion is the estimate in the program by kicking off illegals and young able-bodied men without dependents who are riding the wagon. We are saving the program. They want to repeal that, and that's a major problem.
Well, let me see if I understand this right. Continuing resolution that this is an appropriation for the year beginning October 1st, which obviously didn't get appropriated. So what you're operating off, if you have what I call a clean CR, is what was appropriated a year ago under a different administration. Is that correct? You're not changing what President Biden had and the last Congress had?
That's right. These are Biden-era policies. So, of course, we'd like to change that. We want to have our own conservative priorities, but just to allow time for the appropriators to do that, we need 7 more weeks. So this is a stopgap funding measure, very simple, very clean, to keep the government open and operating until November 21st to allow the appropriators the time to go through and do that very thing. Congress is supposed to enact 12 separate appropriations bills every year. It hasn't worked that way in a long time, Greta. Usually, everybody's heard of the omnibus spending bills that are jammed on everybody at the end of the year before Christmas. That's no way to run a railroad. And so we've been trying to force back the muscle memory to get Congress to work the way it's supposed to. And we've made great strides. We just ran out of clock. So we just need a little more time. The end of the fiscal year was on September 30th. They wouldn't allow us to keep the government open, to keep the process moving. And that's the problem. And that's why real Americans are not going to be harmed, really, seriously, because of these actions.
So just to get this straight, is that you're not asking for anything except more time. You're just basically saying we need, as we say in the courtroom, a continuance until another date. You're not asking for anything more, but so that the Democrats and Republicans, the House and the Senate, can sit down. You don't want anything more until November 21st.
It's exactly like a continuance in court, exactly, for all of our lawyer friends. This is not an argument on the substance or the merits of the case. We just need more time. That's it. And Chuck Schumer won't grant it. And here's what's important. Everybody wants to know, why would he do that? Because, gosh, Chuck Schumer's the leader of the Democrats. He's been in Washington for decades, and he's always gone out and given these long speeches about how government shutdowns are dangerous and selfish and destructive. Well, they still are, but he's changed his tune. Why? And here's the simple fact. Vice President J.D. Vance said it very clearly today. I've been saying it on interviews. Chuck Schumer is scared of his own shadow. He's afraid that AOC and the far left, base of his party is going to challenge him in his next Senate race. And so he has to do this for selfish reasons to show that he's fighting so he doesn't get challenged from his far left. Chuck Schumer is a far left Democrat himself, but that's why he's doing it.
Do you anticipate any mutiny within the Democratic Party on that? If you say that Chuck Schumer is doing this for political survival, and you've got AOC, Congresswoman AOC, breathing down his back, I mean, do you anticipate any sort of mutiny?
I do. I think that the Democrats will begin to peel off quickly. You saw that already. Leader Thune is going to continue to put our House bill, the clean CR, on the floor in the Senate over and over, and I think we'll begin to peel off more and more Democrats. 2 have already defected. 1 of the independents have done that. And I think as this thing goes forward and more pain is felt by the American people because of the shutdown, I think they're going to leave Chuck Schumer by himself in a corner that he painted himself into. Now, let's very quickly say, when we talk about pain for the American people, this is very real. I mean, what's happening right now is not only do you have our troops, our military, our TSA agents, Border Patrol agents working without pay, okay, veterans, their services are being delayed. You're also, what they've done by shutting the government down is they have stopped the WIC program. What is that? Women, Infants, and Children Nutrition Program. They've stopped mental health services and telemedicine for lower income Medicaid and Medicare recipients who are getting health care at home. All those programs are going to stop. They have stopped now because Chuck Schumer decided to play politics for selfish reasons. It's really shameful.
Does Congress have any role at all, does the House or the Senate, and I think I know the answer is to what is actually cut down? Or is it just the White House and OMB? And are you having any sort of consultation? Because there's a lot of gaming that's sometimes done, administrations, to try to put the most pressure on the other side. But of course, it affects the American people. You know, what services are cut first?
Yeah, it's a great question. We had a conference call about an hour and a half ago with Russ Vought, who's the director of the Office of Management and Budget in the Trump administration. And Russ, like you and I mean, Russ is a limited government conservative. He knows the government is not as efficient as it should be, and it's too large and does too many things. And so he has priorities, but he has a very important responsibility as the director of OMB to determine which services that the federal government provides are essential and which are not, which programs and policies and personnel are essential and which are not. And so he doesn't relish that opportunity. It's something that is hoisted upon him. He has to do it. Now, in the call, he told us, I'll tell you, Greta, he said, they're being very careful and judicious. They don't want to do any harm to any Americans. But if you can downsize the scope of government and some of these inefficient programs, that is a great benefit to American taxpayers. So we'll see how that rolls out. There'll be many more details over the coming days, but they're being very judicious in how they handle that.
Well, it seems almost like an Elon Musk Doge dream, because there really are two options. You can either eliminate jobs at this point, or you can furlough people like it is done oftentimes before, where they're furloughed, whether it's a 35-day period that the government is shut down, but then they always get the money back in the pay. Of course, it's a hardship because people live paycheck to paycheck. It's difficult, but they don't lose their jobs. So do you have any idea how the decision is made, whether to eliminate the jobs or to do furloughs?
Well, Russ Vought is in the process right now with his team and the White House team of determining how far this has to go. Remember, there's no new money coming in for discretionary spending, so they don't have a choice. So when they look at the hierarchy of needs and priorities, they're obviously going to look first to eliminate programs and positions that do not align with the administration's priorities. Now, Chuck Schumer has a very different vision for government than Donald Trump does. But now Chuck Schumer, ironically, has given the keys to the kingdom to the president. That's what I keep saying. He has handed this over for unilateral authority to the Trump administration to make these decisions. He's abdicated his responsibility and given it to them. It's the one exception where we don't have to get Democrat votes in the Senate to do that. So he has literally fallen into a trap that he set himself.
I think he may, for that reason, want to rethink this, because the White House is going to get a lot of the cuts that they might not otherwise have gotten that they want. Mr. Speaker, nice to see you, sir, as always. Thank you, sir.
You too.
Now you can do a comparison how each network, different journalists will have a different way of asking questions. And also, you can see how CNN so pushing for an answer, for try to lead Speaker Mike Johnson to a certain trap, try to trap him into certain answer. And this Newsmax just let Speaker Johnson tell the truth. And next one, I'm going to show you how CNN's still trying to spin the fact. And maybe, after this, I will show you the CR. So you listen to both sides, and then you see who is lying. Don't stop using projective thinking. Previously, I've been talking about projective thinking for so long, for so many programs already. So don't use projective thinking. Just listen.
The other day, and they wouldn't budge. I mean, look, the facts here are pretty simple. The Republican Party has put on the floor and voted for a clean, continuing resolution, no changes. These are Biden budget numbers, by the way, and numbers that Democrats have voted for 13 times. Nothing up our sleeves here, Caitlin. They're trying to keep the government open long enough to negotiate things like the health care issue, which you were just debating, which I actually think maybe Republicans will wind up dealing on that. But they're not going to do it under duress, and they're not going to do it under threat of rolling back all the Medicaid reforms that were done this summer. So I think President Trump tried to bring the Democrats in. And at the end of the day, I think the American people know here they're looking at two parties. One's trying to do a bunch of funny business. One's trying to keep the doors open. And right now, I don't think the funny business side is winning in the eyes of the American people.
Karen, what's your view on that?
Well, I just want to correct something. You know, Scott, you know how much I respect you, but let's be honest here.
I don't need to be corrected, and I don't need to be told I'm dishonest, Karen. But by all means, go ahead.
I didn't say it. I said let's be honest with the American people here.
I am.
Well,
you ought to
the
try
CR that I'm doing it right now, brother. So the CR is that the Republicans have proposed is actually not clean. It's pretty dirty because it includes the $1 trillion in Medicaid cuts that the American people themselves have made clear they do not like. So it is not the same. I think it'd be a very different moment and conversation if literally we were talking about what was passed in 2024. That is not the actual fact of the case. The fact of the case is that the measure is something that, again, the American people themselves have said they do not like. The other piece of this is, I think Democrats have a clear, concise message in terms of health care. Think about this. Republicans are on the side of saying we have to protect these tax cuts for billionaires. That's going to impact the wealthiest 1%. Democrats are saying we want to protect health care for over 20 million American families.
Definitely she's lying. Okay? She's lying. That's what the Democrats trying to say. Always trying to divide our country into rich and poor. Divide our country into black and white. Divide our country into different races. That's what the Democrats are doing. See? Are you guys still trust CNN? Well, you can watch CNN, but you got to use your critical thinking, not critical theory, to understand what they are trying to say. See, here's the bill. Okay? The bill was said already. See, when Speaker Johnson referring Section 2141, this is where he referring from. What's the word repeal? Is my English so bad that I don't even understand what is repeal mean? Are you guys still saying Mike Johnson's lying? This is the bill. Repeal. See? Repealed and any law or regulation referred to in which subtitle should be applied as if such subtitle and amendment made by such subtitle had not been enacted. See? This is what the this is also it's very hard to become a lawyer. Yeah, Democrat choice. All the Democrat fake account. Okay? They are just fake account and they go everywhere. They go everywhere. They go I saw them and different YouTuber, mega YouTuber too. Yeah. Trump didn't shut it down. Come on, look. You still type that? Are you so stupid? I can't believe. Huh? This is Chuck Schumer shutdown. It's obvious. 13 times. They've been telling everyone. They've been 13 times been passing the bill. And this time, all of a sudden, they want to do this. Yesterday, I called this shutdown because Obamacare. See, because Obamacare. And also, the bottom part, permanent, this is the worst part, okay? We, see, no way we're going to pass this. Can people see it? I don't know if it's in the cell phone. I try to open it bigger, but it cannot. Okay, so section 2142, even worse. Permanent extension of enhanced tax credit. They want it permanent. We never want Obamacare to be permanent. And you're talking about subsidies for all those kids who do nothing and illegal immigrants. We want to subsidize, we want to have our resource to help those who cannot help themselves, not the one who are lazy to do anything. We don't want to encourage them. That's the difference. People are calling me a bad Christian. No, I'm not bad Christian. We want more money to go to those who need help, not spread it out money and help because let those people abuse the system. And this, they want to permanent, okay? So this is the fact. TDS projective thinking need to stop. You guys are not helping the country. You guys are destroying. If you are not American, okay, I understand. You are from other country. You want to destroy America so you can help your country. If you destroy America, you're not going to help your country, okay? That's also another fact, okay? So now I'm trying to read the yeah, Gemini. Hi, Gemini. Okay. House, Senate, and Congress. You have all three. What administration American have got? So fucking dumb. What? House, Senate, Congress. You have all three. What? All three? See? The TDS don't understand. Also, we need 60 vote to pass in the Senate. I talked about that yesterday too, okay? So it's not Trump shutdown. Let me see. Oh shit, I didn't put it up. Okay. I forgot to pull it out. Okay, let me see. This is my my X account, and see we did. Okay, maybe I should go on. No, I should go on to the True Social first. Okay, no. Oh, so confusing. Okay, because I'm so angry because the people are so the TDS, you know. Okay, 2 days ago we talked about we have some good productive talking 2 days ago, and Leela was saying about how President Trump how President Trump caused our farmer sufferers. Okay, so right away I post this to our Secretary of Agriculture. Okay. See, I also tell them during my live stream, and one of the audience brought up about the farmer. Okay. So this is the, what day was it? I forgot what day. Oh, 30th. Yeah, 30th. Okay. So I posted on this. And you know what happened? Next day, October 1st, President Trump responded, okay, about the farmer situation. So this is not, so that's why I like this president so much. Well, he press conference every day, try to tell everyone what he's doing every day. Try to negotiate with the Democrat for the sake of the American, like us, small potato. Okay, and the Democrats saying, oh, Trump is helping the elite, the rich people. No, not at all. Public safety is the priority. So our small potato can go out safely, and we can go out and work and don't have to worry about being robbed. And also because the Democrats don't let people to own guns. Okay, how you know, press conference about raising. Yeah. Okay, so see, he respond. The soybean farm. Maybe I should try this one, make it bigger. Let's see if I can make it bigger, so everyone can read. Everyone can. Too big. Okay, the soybean farmer of our country are being hurt because China, the tariffs. Okay, for negotiating reason only, not buying. This is the reason why the farmers suffer. One of the reasons, because at one point, see, this is the bad. This is what happened when China manipulate the market. When they have money, when they print enough money, and they start going around buying stuff. Okay, and put so much resource, so much money just buying a soybean. Become dependent, make our farmer become dependent on China. This is how they always do it. People who know CCP will always know how they manipulate this kind of, they know how to manipulate people's greed. But back then I've been, because I'm small potato, nobody know. I've been telling everyone, okay, stop trusting CCP, stop trusting CCP. Okay, been doing it since 2014. Okay, I will never let our farmer down. I know, see, he capitalized. Make sure, all cap, okay, all cap. Okay, Sleepy Joe didn't enforce our agreement with China. See, first term, Trump tariffs China and also lined up a lot of stuff. Too bad, our election got stolen. Yeah, because okay, this one, let me answer Germany. The US school, they have the 1,000 people 1,000 people plan. CCP has 1,000 people plan. It's not just 1,000, thousands people plan to infiltrate everywhere in the world to promote communism. They've been doing that for 100 years, right? No, not 100. They're not even 100 years yet. I forgot the day already. Yeah, I forgot the day, the year. Okay, but they've been doing that. Their plan is they always is 10-year interval, 10-year interval. That's why their election is 10 years, 10-year interval. I think it's the third 10-year of their plan as the thousands people plan. Okay, I don't remember. I have to look it up. I cannot remember everything. Yeah. See? And also President Trump, this is true social. From this, he says what he means. He's not like Biden or Democrat. Doesn't mean what they say. I love our patriot, and every farmer is exactly that. See, we need to help a farmer. I will be meeting with President Xi of China 4 weeks. Okay, he tell us everything, and that's why we have a true social. Anything passed by fake news media, it will change the story. You know, they will take part out and then say something else, spin the story. That's why we call them fake news. Okay, that's why President Trump called them fake news. Yeah, how we see President Trump is a great president, a great leader of the world too. He doesn't put down a lot of country unless the country is really bad. Okay, UK is so awful right now. If you know any friends from UK, you know how the situation is very, very bad. And and President Trump didn't put down UK. Okay. On the other hand, if you know Chinese, then you know how China is trying to put down all the Western civilization. Okay, and what they have two team of army. One is trying to brainwash the Western world, and on the other team is in China, brainwash those Chinese who can see the outside world and telling them the Western world want to destroy China. See, this is how that's why open information is very important. Yeah, okay. I really hope this will happen. So I kind of skip. I'm going to jump. Okay. I'm going to jump to here. The agriculture. See, when President Trump say billions of dollars, we make so much money on tariffs that we are going to take some portion of that money and help our farmer. He is not bullshit. Okay? He is not bullshit. See? Okay, this section. Okay. This is USDA. Due to the radical left Democrat shutdown, the government website will not be updated during the funding lapse. President Trump has made it clear he wants to keep the government open and support those who feed, fuel, and cause the American people. Okay. See, this is the website. Okay, USDA. Okay. Okay, here. See, USDA announced $531 billion in grant agreement to cover agriculture loss in Georgia. See, this is one of them. Oh, bigger, okay, bigger. Now they got stuck. They try. You're going to blame Trump? How can you blame Trump? Okay. And this looks okay. Disaster assistance. Now we have disaster assistance, and also loan and funding. Okay. 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 Let me go to this here. Farm Service Agency. Okay. Also because Chuck Schumer, the American Relief Act of 2025. Okay, this is a publication. People can read about it and provide agriculture more than $30 billion. Now, because of Chuck Schumer, those farmers also got stuck, and they cannot get the funding. I know the farmers are also paycheck to paycheck, like many of them, and many of us like paycheck to paycheck. Okay, and here's the fact. I'm presenting the fact, and the TDS, the people with the TDS, well, no, this guy's lying. This guy's propaganda. What kind of propaganda are we talking about? I just show you. I'm showing you, and you can interpret as you want. You can interpret with projective thinking or critical thinking. You can, yeah, okay. 30 billion. Now they got stuck. They cannot, slow down. Chuck Schumer slow down the progress for our farmers. Okay? Why am I so pissed? Because everyone is the fake news media is still trying to spread the lies. When everything is here, everything is online. Huh? Projective thinking also, stupid Josh. And critical thinking, which Democrats have none. How can you tell me you Democrat has critical thinking? They cannot even find a leader to run against President Trump. They find Kamala Harris. Because everyone is a sheep. Everyone is too dumb to think. Okay? Maybe just write something. That's what happened. The left thought, they just come in, type something, and just go. Because they're trying to find something agree with them. That's what projective thinkings are. Okay? The projective thinking. Well, okay. I should go on because when I'm talking about next topic, before I go to the next topic, okay, because my friend asked me to help him promote his magic show. Sometimes we only stick with our politics. Our head will get explode. We can step back, relax, and come back in different angle to see the politics.
The Asian sensation, idol of magic, Louis Yan, bringing his world touring spectacular, My Faith, for the very first time in Las Vegas at Resorts World. On October 25th, get ready for a mind-blowing night of wonder and surprises. An unforgettable magic experience you can't afford to miss. Log on to AXS for tickets and information.
And it's October 25th, so 25 more days. He's going to be here. And we got shut down. Oh my goodness. Hopefully, we can end the shutdown before he come over. I hope he got all his stuff ready. I will try to get his interview. And he agreed he will demonstrate some live magic. For my audience. So, well, we'll see. Also a schedule. And for the ticket, for the more information is on the description. Okay, you guys, well, can go relax. And now let me come back with and then I missed it. Okay. On X. Okay, on my account. Okay, on X. Okay, let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here on my true. This is my X account. Okay, this is the post. This. Okay. This may this ice, about ice. This, see, look how Antifa blocked the person from driving. Okay, let me move around because I need to see. Small screen, okay. And I want to read the message too. And now you are hawking and magician. Crash out. Okay. Go. Leave. Okay. I don't care. Okay. Now continue. Yes, this is from Trump. This is the screen. Let's see. I use Grok. And let's see. Grok has this very cool. Okay. They make an animation. It's funny. Okay. Yeah. I took this and then put it to Grok, and I got that animation. Well, sometimes you need to have fun. You cannot politics every day, all the time, 24 hours. This is a great journalist, Nick Shirley. Okay, great independent journalist. So he's on X. He reporting about what happened in Portland. This from yesterday, yesterday video. Yeah. Today I got a better. I think I explained it more clear today. This is funny from Adam Corona. I don't know if you guys know who is Adam Corona. He said the problem with the ice, because everyone feel cold. They hear the ice, they sound so cold. That's why they don't like it. And why don't we changed the name called National Immigration Custom Enforcement. Be nice. that way nobody will go against nice. Okay, I think that's funny. We have some nice yeah. Like it. Oh, this is the Department of War. I try. Christ. Oh, they put back a picture. Okay, this is about putting back the picture. I want to show. Oh, right here. Okay. Another a video about troop will get unpaid TSA. WIC. I don't know if everyone know what's WIC. And then FEMA. Of the FEMA right now. Okay. It's very. See, this is whole thing. Is Chuck Schumer whole hostage. It's very, very bad. And I can't understand why. I'll try to get, because all the buttons, I have to move around the screen. Okay. Let's hear.
I would credit President Trump for calling us into the Oval Office yesterday. He's operating in good faith. There is no daylight at all between the President of the United States and the Republican majorities in the House and Senate. We're all united. We want to keep the government open. We have done our work. The House passed the bill, bipartisan, by the way. We had one Democrat join us, okay? But they have to have 60 votes in the Senate. Chuck Schumer's got to release a handful of people to come along to do the right thing and keep the doors open for the country. What happens if they don't? This is really important. I mean, the markets will be rattled, I'm sure, because of the uncertainty that we don't need to be adding into this. You'll have a delay of the BLS jobs report is due October 3rd. That will be delayed. But importantly, real services, real benefits that the American people depend upon. Troops won't be paid. TSA agents won't be paid. The WIC program, the Women, Infants, and Children Nutrition Program, and other food services will be delayed. FEMA services won't be provided. We have 2 hurricanes off the coast of the United States right now. I mean, we're in the middle of hurricane season. This is serious stuff. And Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries are playing politics with all these people in the American People's Services. And they're willing to do it for political cover. That's the game. They can't face their far-left base. When they come on the program today, I think you're having them both. Ask Chuck Schumer what his real motivation is. He'll try to tell you it's about, these issues that end at the end of the calendar year, December 31. But what it's really about, he's running from AOC and the socialist base of their party who are going to challenge him in his next election. They said he didn't fight Trump when he did the right thing back in March and did a temporary funding measure, and now he's got to fight. And it's shameful. It really is.
See? Shame on Chuck Schumer. Well, this is another one. Oh, Calvin Kylie. Oh, this is the guy. The illegal. Or the criminal. The criminal. 30 times. The criminal 39 arrests and 25 felony. Still walking around in the street, that's right, and then kill his daughter. A very sad story. Because of the Democrats, okay? Okay, I'm going to go back and later to talk about. Hopefully we can have this new governor. Okay, this is heartwarming. And this, you won't get it from the fake news media.
Would anybody like to say something? Would you like to say something, honey?
Yes. I'm Iloni Myers and I'm 9 years old, and I had a blood cancer called leukemia when I was only 2 years old. I had to get treated at 7 different hospitals across this country, and I had to have 2 bone marrow transplants, one for my dad and one for my mom, and I had to spend many days and the nights in the hospital getting pokies and yucky medicine, and me and my parents were very worried, and I had to go through those 7 different hospitals to find the best treatment that can make me better. And thank you, Mr. President, for making everything happen today. So kids like me and Laura, we can still be living today and speaking.
Doing better than any of us have done. We're doing lousy. We're not doing so well today. They're doing so good. That was fantastic. Thank you. And you feeling good now? Are you all better? You're pretty close, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you're going to do good.
This is why I have no shame of being a MAGA. It's a great president. He's not a great president to many people because of the fake news media. Simple as that. And someone talk about Proposition 50, okay? Let me show you why. We vote no on Prop 50.
What's your view in terms of what should happen nationwide when it comes to redistricting?
Well, first of all, in California, it's a big mistake to go and to dismantle and to basically kind of get rid of the independent redistricting commission under the auspices of we got to have more power than the Republicans. And we got to fight Trump. Because, yes, they are fixing the elections in Texas. But that does not mean that California should fix the elections because of that. 2 wrongs don't make a right. It's that simple. And whenever the politicians say that we're only doing this temporarily with the redistricting commission, with the independent one, there's no such thing with politicians and temporarily. Have you ever seen a tax that stopped? When they say this is just temporary, it is permanent. I'm for the power of the people, not the parties. And therefore I say vote no on Proposition 50.
Because when I talked to Governor Newsom about this and about your conversation with him about this, he told me that he said to you, if we are not successful that there will be no more independent redistricting, the whole thing's over. He has no faith in President Trump in order to do fair elections if Republicans have all control, and he says that it is temporary. You don't buy what Governor Newsom's saying?
Of course not. Look, I've sat there in Sacramento. I've listened to the politicians for 7 years. They are not interested in giving any power to the people. The only interest that they have is to take power away from the people and grab it themselves. So this gives them a great opportunity by saying, oh, we have to fight Trump. Let's go and get rid of our democratic principles. Imagine to fight for democracy and to get rid of your democratic principles. It doesn't make any sense. And plus, we have so many homeless people in California. And there they cannot do anything about it. But they're spending $200 million on a special election. I would rather give this money to the homeless people that really need it rather than to the politicians. Let's give the money to the people rather than the politicians. This is what this is all about. That's why I'm against Proposition 50. That's why I always will say nothing against Newsom. We don't have a fight over this at all.
Yeah, because you guys met. What was that like? When you
it was a
met
wonderful
together?
meeting. He told me what he felt. I told him, I said, I totally get it. Because this is what you need to do to be the leader of the party. I totally get it, but I'm not a party person, I said. I'm a people's person.
Are you going to be campaigning anymore? What's your role? Are you going to be doing interviews, going around the state, doing rallies? What's your role in this campaign?
No, I have no plan. All I wanted to do really is to come out and to say to the people, hold it. Before you go and vote, you should know this is a scam. And vote no on Proposition 50.
So potentially hundreds of millions of dollars could be spent on this fight over Prop 50, with right now Governor Newsom largely being the face of yes in ads, and former Governor Schwarzenegger largely being the face of no.
Since somebody bring it out again, because I've been talking previous program about why we should vote no on Prop 50, and people without critical thinking, they will just listen what the Newsom tell him or tell her, and obviously Arnold knows Newsom is a party person. He doesn't care about the people. He just want to be the power, about power. So he said it out. It's a scam. If you guys still believe Newsom, then you can, of course, free country, you can vote yes. But if you know how Newsoms are, we try to recall him. We know, vote blue in California is stupid. High chart, another fake account. Okay, another troll. Okay. Nowadays, not like before, we can get all the information directly. Like information from President Trump, just go to True Social, then you will get everything you need. You don't have to listen to the fake news. Okay, well, you can disagree or agree, but based on fact. You don't have to base on the twist story from the fake news. Based on fact, you like it or you don't like it. That's it. Yeah, all the fake account, all the trolls. I know Newsom and Soros spend so much money on this yes on Prop 50. They hate Californian. They try to import so many illegal immigrants. Okay, you hear? When the Democrats say no, it's not for illegal aliens or illegal immigrants. Say Maxine Waters admit that she is demanding health care for illegal aliens and is going to be top of the line, taking American taxpayers health care away from them. Okay. So this one is another topic. Okay. Well, this person working so hard. I don't know how he does that. Okay. The governor of Oregon must be living in a dream world. See, on X, we see a lot of independent journalists out there. Many got harassed by the Antifa, and if you don't know what is Antifa, you are still living in 2000, year of 2000. You got to update yourself. And how are you going to update yourself? Okay. Oh, see, this is okay. 27. Okay. How are you going to update yourself? I'm going to show you. We have so many AI tools now. Gemini, Grok, okay, and also True Social. Let me show you. You can always use how. Oh, right here, down here. Okay, down here. Okay, if it didn't show it on the screen, I was trying to pull it out so you can see. On the bottom of the screen, they have a button called AI. Okay, see if I can show it. It's underneath here, cannot see. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Right here on the bottom. Oh, you can just click. Oh, this one I need to open it wider. Okay. And this AI is powered by Perplexity. The Perplexity is a genius, just like Elon Musk. He tried to buy Chrome from Google, but he got turned down or ignored. Okay? But he makes so much money in a really short period of time. So he's smart, very smart. Just maybe he is next Elon Musk. He's only 30 years old, I think. 31 or 32, very young. Okay, okay, let's test. What is projective thinking? Okay, type it, and then we'll get answer and the source. Oh, pops out now, but oh man, sorry. Let me see if I can make it bigger. I got to go smaller. Okay. I hope you guys can see because my format is my format is for smartphone. To the file. Okay. Projective thinking. Yeah, because why am I talking about projective thinking so often? Because that is the problem for our country. And in order for us to solve our divisive or many issues in our country, we got to, in other words, I want our country to unite. Very simple, okay? So I've been talking projective thinking and try, hopefully people can understand, and hopefully our country can be united, not manipulated by the fake news media, okay? And this is great demonstration too. Well, in this AI, so I can show just projective thinking, and people can go search. It's normal to have projective thinking, but it's not normal when it's too much. Okay. So yeah. So this is the one of the new feature from True Social. So, well, hopefully people will sign up and try it out. Okay. Now, and the other one, I don't know how to get there. Try to get there, get to another feature. Because another really cool feature. I don't know how to get to. Oh, right here. Okay, hopefully I can get to it. See. Oh, right here I can see it now. Okay, this is choose, okay. The screen too big. This is a new feature. If basic and patriot, and then the basic is free and the patriot is, I think, I don't remember how much. I don't have money to pay anyway, so I'm going to show you this new feature. It's free. You got 39 channels, so you can watch movie and TV program like Charlie Kirk, all those program. It's free, and $10 a month. The Patriot, yeah, US only. You can subscribe, and I don't know why I cannot go. Right here, the TV guide. TV guide, then will show start over, watch it live, all different programs. Ballroom, Boiling, Securing America, and Charlie Kirk show. They have Charlie Kirk show. Those are recorded. This one show you recorded live. Sometimes you go live, and then Turning Point tonight, 7 p.m. Those are live. Okay, and on demand. And on demand, you can watch this Great America. It's an old movie, all the old movie, because they are new. They have to buy all the new license. And yeah, Curiosity. Let's see. If you have Curiosity, how to go back? Okay. And movie. I watched this one. It's very interesting about about cryptocurrency. See, they got a lot of productive, positive movie. What to think. No, we don't need True Social to tell us what we think. We are so independent. We are so smart. It's not like you. Okay, this guy, what's it called? Kirkun? Cannot see. Curry. Yeah, stupid troll. And this is a place where you can sometimes educational. See, this is recent ad. God bless Bitcoin. See, God with us. This is all positive, nice movie people can watch. And if we have more people to join True Social, the more people to watch these movies, and same thing, supply and demand. So they will continue to get more good movie, documentary. Yeah. This is why hopefully people will do enjoy my program today. Let's see. Yeah, I think I covered everything. I thought I can do it in 30 minutes. Okay. Well, thank you very much. I'm not going to answer the stupid comment, but I appreciate all your comment anyway. This guy is such a tool. Yeah. Thank you very much for watching. I don't know what you guys talking about. I don't believe what virtue so tell him to. No, I didn't see. This is why I say projective thinking. Curry Con, he has the projective thinking. He is the kind of person. Who will believe whatever he sees. He go to CNN. Oh, CNN. Wow, bravo, CNN. And then he will think, because I go to True Social, I will be like, oh, True Social, believe everything True Social say. That's why I keep bringing up projective thinking. Stop projective your stupid mind to me, okay? Thank you, Gemini. Thank you very much. I appreciate all the new subscriber, and I appreciate all your comment. Okay. Too bad today we didn't have some like positive comment like last time about the farmer issue. So we can bring it up to President Trump. Yeah. Okay. So it's stupid people. Okay. Projection thinking. Well, actually, they call projective thinking. Okay. You can search. You can do AI. You can do search whatever you want. And thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time. Today I did debunk the fake news again. Thank you very much. See you next time.